What up, everybody? Welcome back to Let's Get Digital. I am setting this up just in case I split it off as another recording. It's Chapter 5, Another Strange Visit. So we just finished Chapter 4 of the Clockwork Mansion, just got Anton Sokolov, and now it says, and I thought I was supposed to go tell Megan or whatever her name is, back on the boat. I want to tell her, I want to be the one telling the stories, right? Of just like, choking everyone out. But, says you've awakened with a strange feeling. So let's see what the condescending otherworld or outworld guy has got to say to me. It's like, look, can I just get one night's rest? That you just donking my world up? That was easy. They have an expansion called Death of the Outsider. I wonder if I need to play that.
The void again, but it feels different.
How come you don't ever see your ex-wife in the void? Or your concubine, whatever the queen was. Why don't you ever see the queen in the void?
Surprised I can pull you into this place? The
What up, girl?
outsider marked me long ago. I made you flee your precious tower and turned Emily into cold stone. How difficult for you.
Done it before.
But when I was young, sweet Jessamine and I were close as sisters, sharing a secret. Emperor Caldwin had another daughter, born in shame to a kitchen maid.
What's she playing at? Maybe how is the question.
So there's another daughter or something? I wasn't really paying attention. Just thinking of how...
I told you, when you're older, perhaps next year.
You said that last year. Jessamine is younger than me, and she's a court every day.
Business, well, it's complicated. You'll understand someday.
What did I do? I'll be good. I swear.
Next year, I promise.
So, something along the lines of we're supposed to empathize with the villain. And if she was close with Jessamine, then... she wouldn't do this to her, but I guess she's got a life full of vengeful hatred and being talked down to, being the lesser sisters, of course. Oh.
During the day, Jessamine and I played games in the tower. But at night, I'd go back to the servants' quarters to cockroaches and thin gruel. Emperor Daddy would visit and tell me if I was good. Next year, I'd be old enough to come to court to be a princess. Then one day, pretty Jessamine broke something worth a fortune, and the spy master caught us. She claimed I did it, and he whipped me in the garden house until I bled. My mother lost her kitchen job, and that night we were out on the streets with no place to sleep.
No means no. Your mom didn't have to sleep with the king.
We were just playing.
Young Lady Jessamine, what's your account?
It was her. Delilah's life. She broke it.
Oh, Jessamine. Now this is vengeance like 40 years in the making. I mean, you can refuse a king. They don't just get whatever they want. Ayy, the sarcasm. That's a bum deal, sleeping with the king. Because realistically, like, what? Are you gonna say no? Then you got a kid, and then he's like kind of half taking care of the kid. And then it's like, your sister's a bit because sisters do that. And so then he's like, well, I know. He's like, this is a perfect excuse. You broke something from our vast wealth of fortune. You know what? I'll just, doesn't matter. I'll just kick you out. This takes care of my problem. Don't have to raise another kid. So, it's jacked up.
Mother and I saw the nastiest parts of Dunwall, ending up in debtor's prison. Jessamine died quick on an assassin's blade, but my mother lingered for weeks after a fat guard broke her jaw. They threw me out when she died. I looked up at the lights of Dunwall Tower and swore revenge.
You kinda got it.
Washing bed sheets in a brothel, I painted on the side, until Anton Sokolov took me as a student. That's the polite word for it. I
Probably
was
right there.
crafty even before the outsider marked me, and survived the worst the Empire could offer. Now it's your turn.
Bruh. Like,
She needs help.
Your mother kicked off while you were out begging. There's another bag of bones now, girl.
What? No!
The sentence is served and she'll be tossed out with the others. You can't stay here anymore.
How much of this is true, and how much is Delilah's warped imagination?
Jacked up life. Doesn't change my course at all, though. That's my daughter you turned into stone, so F you, lady. I'm coming for you. I don't even care. 5. Dreadful Whale. Meet with Megan Foster and Anton Sokolov to discuss the next steps in your effort to take down Delilah and the Duke of Serkonos.
15 years ago, the Loyalist conspiracy asked me to kidnap Anton Sokolov, and I did. I took him from his home to the pub we were hiding in, and locked him in a cage meant for dogs. And you know what? He laughed at us. He told dirty stories, taught Emily more than her governess could in 6 months. He seemed immortal. His mind shaped our age. That's changed. The old man I rescued doesn't talk much. He eats what we give him, groans in his sleep, coughs out blood. I'm not even sure he knows where he is.
That makes me sad, straight up. Straight up.
I'm with you, even in the void. If only I could do more.
Jessamine, Delilah's stronger now.
Am I to blame for Delilah's bitterness?
Of course not. She's driving all of this.
Our decisions have weight. I feel my time drawing to an end soon.
Okay. Let's write down on our travel log. The Royal Conservatory. In the end, it wasn't me who stopped Kieran Jindosh, it was his own vanity. He built a machine to destroy intellect, hoping perhaps to use it on rivals. On a rival like Sokolov. Jindosh never imagined it would be used on his own mind, the greatest intellect of our day, reduced to that of a confused child. So there will be no more clockwork soldiers. That part of Duke Bill's plan is ruined. I bet that gets his attention, eh, mate? And I've rescued Anton Sokolov, what's left of him anyway. The man has aged since I last saw him. The intellect is still there, I hope, but physically he struggles in every way. To walk, to eat, to piss. Conditions on the boat exasperate his discomfort. Still, there's nothing to be done. For now, the Dreadful Whale is our only home. Delilah in the void. I was in the void only this time. It wasn't the outsider who met me there. It was Delilah Copperspoon. She's grown in power somehow and wanted me to see things through her eyes. She showed me her mother, left to die in a debtor's prison, and Jessamine, her half-sister, pampered in the luxury of the palace. Now I'm turning into Palpatine. Dunwall Tower. Silks, fine tutors, grand feasts while Delilah had hid in the kitchen. Their shared father, Emperor Yehorn Caldwin, with his empty promises, telling Delilah she'd be a princess too, and soon. This was the past, and she wanted me to see it. I wish I knew if it were all lies. Some of it has the ring of truth. Well, I'm sure it's probably more truth than it is lies, but it's probably exaggerated a bit. Nice. Took that. I took that. That's mine. Thank you. Megan. It's something I wish... something I should say to your face, but that's hard for me. Thank you for what you did, bringing back Anton. What would I have done? I know I read that sentence wrong. I do that a lot. What would I have done without him puttering around the ship, mumbling and stroking his greasy beard? I wanted to find him on my own, but hearing what you went through, I'm impressed. Anyway, enjoy this bottle from the Captain's Reserve. Good stuff. I got from an aristocrat wanting quick passage out of Karnaca while back. You'll need it now that Anton is back if you want sleep. His snoring cuts straight through the bulkhead. Megan. Open that door. Let's talk it as a fart. You rip. Not on my ship. Okay, where you at, old man?
With a rather complicated problem. It would have enabled him to make his clockwork soldiers at a fraction of the cost. Clever man.
Not clever enough. What's wrong with people like that?
A restless mind and an empty heart, perhaps. Jindosh would have snuffed me out as soon as he got bored. I appreciate what Corvo did for me. Freeing me from that place.
I searched for you, Anton. I would have found you.
I knew you'd try me. They kept me going after they gave me to Jindosh.
Either way, you're back now. I'm glad.
Noise. I just don't get to hear a lot of dialogue options when I'm I don't get to hear dialogue options very often if I just walk in on them.
Corvo.
Ah, the Royal Protector has risen.
Delilah Copperspoon, or is it Caldwin?
Maybe you've been sleeping on goose feathers too long.
Sit down when you want to talk.
Where's Crazy Lady? Here's... Oh, guess we're eating shark today. I can't remember where Crazy Lady corridors
For
are.
a man of his age, Sokolov's making better progress than I would have expected.
What up?
Good to see that you're still with us. Thank you for helping Anton.
Sokolov's not the only one making a rapid recovery. I'll be good enough to leave soon. There's a lot to do. Of course, unless the Duke falls, he'll undo my best efforts here.
I'm working on that. Believe me, the Duke has my full attention.
Karnaka's key leaders are flawed, for certain. After all this is settled with the Duke, and the time of the coup has passed, whichever ones are left standing could change things here. Consider
No, I'll be
that,
standing.
as you come face to face with the Duke's remaining associates.
I'll do what I can, Alexandria.
So, I'm trying to think of how your daughter could be in on this. But why would she do a coup for herself? Or what if you're in on it and the game just doesn't tell you? Because the game, I know, is going to try to flip everything on its head at the end, like always. I don't even know why Megan's helping you. Dear Dr. Hypatia, I couldn't be happier about the news you gave me. The people here in Dust District desperately need someone like you. I understand that you cannot see patients in Ettermire anymore, and that it is too dangerous to go back to your apartment. I'll arrange something. We'll find you a safe place to hide and give free consultations as you suggested. I'll send word about it via the Miners Family Committee and some friends I have at the Silver Spike newspaper. Welcome back to the city. Lucia Pastor. So, I wish they'd be like, yeah, I went on like a murderous rampage and I was also cannibal, so just keep that in mind. Just turning on all the burners and then I'm leaving because I'm 14 apparently. Okay, let's start the briefing. I'm glad that I talked to her. She's feeling good, she's feeling spry, she's gonna leave soon. Let's just, you know, Clockwork Mansion, sure, let's do that. And I'm not talking to you anymore.
Anton.
Whoa, he's a
when
cool
I brought
guy.
you back, you could barely speak. But it's been 3 days.
They tortured him. His body is covered with bruises.
Delilah has
You're
the
missing an
throne
arm.
and she has Emily. Anton, once we had you in a cage and you dared us to kill you, I need that man back.
Corvo, she's right. I can make electricity move from one side of the room to the other, but Delilah is beyond my understanding. When I came to Sarkonos, I meant to leave everything behind. But when the assassination started, I couldn't ignore it. By the time Megan and I connected the murders to the Duke, it was too late. The Crown Killer came for me.
She's here on the boat, did you know?
It kept me alive from my knowledge that I saw things Jindosh often had a visitor, Brianna Ashworth.
The curator of the Royal Conservatory.
Yes, Ashworth is dangerous, as obsessed with the occult as Delilah. Apparently, she's working on a device called the Oraculum.
There's more to her than either of you know.
If Ashworth is one of Delilah's lieutenants, I need to eliminate her. Who knows what this device is capable of, or what she's up to.
What you up to, mate? Now I'm just going off of like hunches. I'm like, you guys got a hunch she's bad? I'm on it. Say no more. I'm gonna trap her in the Oraculum, and she can't affect us anymore. Okay. Okay.
There's a spark in your eyes. Something other than hate, which surprises me given all that's happened.
Youch.
Meet me at the skiff when you want to set out for the Royal Conservatory.
Alright. Easy.
Medicinal supplies are low. I might have to go out for extract of blood ox liver and some leche thistle seeds.
Hey, I'm out of here. You got
If I
anything for
don't see you again, you've got my ongoing gratitude.
Still got the taste of flesh in your mouth? Probably. You disgust me. Pathetic. Okay. Let's see. In the end, it wasn't. Okay. Brianna Ashworth is my next target. Brianna Ashworth, curator at the Royal Conservatory. I don't think she's from Karnak originally. I've seen evidence of her visits to Jindosh's mansion, and Sokolov confirmed that she's one of Delilah's lieutenants. I wonder if she keeps the same sort of surprises up her sleeves. Sokolov heard conversations about a device being built under Ashworth's supervision, the Oraculum. Something tells me it has nothing to do with the artistic enlightenment of the masses. An after-hours visit to the Royal Conservatory will give me the answers I need. It's so funny. So they're like on one side of it. So they've got the political coup, and then they've got the technological side of it where they wanted clockwork soldiers, and then they're trying to use magic essentially, or the outsider, or whatever you want to call that. They want to use magic for it. So really, they've got like this trifecta going. They're not leaning too heavily on one or the other. They're like, we got our practical means, we got our impractical means, we've got, you know, and the technological guy, he's like, bah, and then she's like, I will do spells and he will break soon and blah, blah, blah. But really, it's just old-fashioned skullduggery. Like, I'm just going in, choking people out. Like, they should have learned from me from the first one that you just choke people out or fry them with their own, like, stuff. Like, you just... Or you cut their tongues out and put them into a mine. Whoa, there's a whale. They said they're rare to find. Why are they just here? Okay, am I still on Mission 5, Dreadful Whale? So, let's actually see what this turns into. Let's... You know what, I'm going to end the recording here.